Tucker Eats here in northern Thailand. I'm on a journey to uncover the true flavours of the region. With Myanmar and Laos close by, I'm anticipating diverse cultural influences. So, expect hill tribes, forests, mountains, and markets. 3 cameras, 2 wheels, and 1 hungry food vlogger. That's me. So, jump on and hold on, because we've got some distance to cover, and we're going all in. Alright, so we're kicking off this Northern Thai Odyssey in style. What? Don't look at me like that. I'm going to be getting dirty tomorrow. So yeah, I found this place in Chiang Mai. Looks absolutely beautiful. It is called Pater. The menu just looks awesome. Things I've never tried before, so I'm really excited here. Got like a crab dip. We have an eggplant dip. We have pork chin, pork udder, would you believe? And then a northern style larb. Of course, on the side we have the sticky rice, and I'm going to start with one of these dips. Start with the crab, I think. So northern style crab dip. I smelt it and I thought, wow, it reminds me a little bit of Japanese crab roulade, which I was eating a lot over there. And yeah, it's got that real crabby, kind of creamy flavour. Subtle, not spicy or anything. Crabby, creamy deliciousness. So next we're going for this eggplant dip. Now in my head went to baba ganoush, but it's not going to be like that at all. Looks like green chili, lots of green chili. So enough guesswork, let's try. There's a real savoury, a little bit sweet and very, very spicy with the fried shallots on top. Now, in terms of eggplant, I don't get a strong eggplant flavour. What I get is a strong green chili flavour. Very spicy, very delicious. That is definitely closer to an Indonesian sambal than it is to baba ganoush, that's for sure. We've done the dips. Now we've got the pork chin and we've got the pork udder. These are both absolutely new for me. So we're going to start with this udder, the white meat. I'm going to try it first without the dip. That's quite delicious. It tastes like a cured ham or something, like a mortadella, I guess. Now it's got this other side, which is a bit darker, so maybe a different part of the udder. Let's try that with the dip now. A red dip. It's a little bit softer and a little bit chewy, not too chewy. And then it does melt as well. And this dip is red fire. Has a strong galangal flavour and heat. All right, moving on. Now I love a pork cheek. This is pork chin, so it turns out you can eat the whole pig, right? So it has a real pork rind vibe, and it's quite delicious, but it kind of tastes like beer food, something that you just nibble on while you're drinking beer. Nothing gets left behind, everything needs to be consumed. And yeah, that's pork chin. It's chewy, it's crunchy, it's porky, not too dissimilar to the pork ear. Now for the larb. Not to be confused with Isan larb, this is northern style larb. You can get this raw, like carpaccio raw, and this one is the stir-fry version. Shallots, garlic, galangal, dried chilies, spice blend, and fresh herbs. So I'm going to try this as is. Really interesting. Actually, doesn't give me Thai food vibes at all. It has more of like a Middle Eastern vibe or something. Gonna load this little cabbage leaf up. Got some herbs in there. Stir-fried larb. Let's So it's got a spice blend in there. I can see there's some intestines, so a few bits and pieces in there. All right, let's try. Really nice, and I would say a really unique spice blend for this part of the world. So that's it. It's the nice restaurant. Don't worry, tomorrow I'm getting on my bike and we're heading east. And who knows where we'll end up. So I'm going to be hitting the local stuff and really very much looking forward to it. Here at Worawat Market, which is still in Chiang Mai, I'm about to hit the road. And so I swung in here for some breakfast. And guess what I found? Thai food, which is Shan State Burmese. Super excited about it. I've got these two dishes. This one I know very little about. It's Burmese chickpea tofu. So I guess it's tofu made with chickpeas rather than tofu made with soybeans. So there's that. And then we've got this Burmese noodle salad with lapet, which is pickled tea leaf. I'm going to mix this all together. There's rice noodles. It's so thick and stodgy. That's very unique. There's the flavour of the chickpea, and the sauce is like a vinegar, a light vinegar, and a bit of sweet in there as well. There's also peanuts in there, coriander, and there's some pickled veg as well. That is really quite delicious. Thick, sloppy sauce. It has a texture of custard, and because it's warm, it has a custard vibe, but the flavour is chickpea. Chickpea flavoured custard, anybody? The Shan people, or the Thai, are Hill Tribe Burmese, and they come from just across the border in Myanmar. So this whole region is Hill Tribe as well. There's a real mix of culture happening, which is why I'm here, right, for this awesome food. That is an amazing dish. Never had anything like it. Very nice, warm, comforting, delicious. This is definitely more familiar to me. Have a look at that. It's a salad. It's like a cabbage salad. Lots going on. So there's lots of crunchy things like dried beans and dried chickpeas and peanuts in there. You've got this, which is the pickled tea leaf, the lapet, tomato, red onion. Lots going on. I reckon this is going to be delicious. Let's find out. There's a flavour of oil and lime coming through. Lots of crunch. You've got peanuts in there. You've got like broad beans, I believe. It's cold. It's not a hot dish. It's like room temperature cold. And the lapet is absolutely divine. It's sour and salty and so much flavour. It's not spicy, but it's just so flavourful. Absolutely delicious. This is a wonderful, wonderful dish. All right. Let's hit the road. Alright, so first stop on the road, and this is Tung Quang Market, just coming into the town of Lampang. This place is really cool. It's a jungle market. They've got a lot of interesting things here. They've got marmots, lots of marmots for sale. That's the animal that seems to be the thing here. And then all of these eggplant chilies, much like I had at the restaurant last night. You get different varieties. And then the northern style sausage. There must be hundreds of vendors all kind of selling the same stuff, selling the chili dips, selling the sausage, and selling the pork rinds as well. And so you get all varieties going on here. So I got 3, all from one vendor. Jam Prik Pim, young chili, taste hurts a little. Nam Prik Num, hurts a lot. So can't wait for that. So this is the northern style sausage. Looks a bit like boerewors, how it comes just wrapped up. And yeah, they just cook it like that on a barbecue. And let's try. It's fatty and it's tasty. You can see all that fat in there and the chili as well. And it's a little bit herbal. There's definitely some curry mixture going on in there as well. There's curry mixture, there's bits of fat, really delicious. Spice, ooh. really spicy too. Got this delicious pork scratching, which I try hard to avoid, but when in Rome, so it's a pork scratching, and I'm assuming it's the eggplant dip. It very much looks like it. Lots of chili in there, of course. That has a really interesting flavor in there. It reminds me of like a hard-boiled candy, would you believe? There's, of course, spicy and eggplant and oil. It could be vanilla essence. It's giving it that distinct flavor. So bizarre. I think I would definitely like that more without the vanilla essence. But you know, moving on. So this one hurts a little, and it looks like a green chili. Looks very much like the one I had at the restaurant last night. Now this one you do get a real smoky eggplant vibe. That's good. That's very good. So have a look. Plenty of eggplant in there. It's got that smoky eggplant that you would find in a baba ganoush. Now, I compared last night's one more to Indonesian sambal than baba ganoush. This one is definitely a bit more on the baba ganoush spectrum, if I could say that. Not because it has the tahini, but just because it has that smoky eggplant vibe. Really very delicious. This one, that's a miss for me. And finally, hurts a lot. Tucker Eats will be the judge of that. So have a look. Lots of chili going on, lots of eggplant again, but different ratios, I guess, maybe different flavors. I find that about as spicy as this one. They're both quite spicy. Oh no, this one is definitely spicier. Just had to give it a minute. Yeah, that's got a kick. It's got a nice kick in it. And the thing about very spicy northern Thai food is it is spicy, but if you watched my last episode, I was in southern Thailand, and that place is seriously spicy. So this, for me, is a nice level. Delicious food here. These two, absolutely delicious. Sausage, great as well. Anyway, back to the bike. Down in one. All right, so what I stumbled across here is beetle leaf. So they're stuffed beetle leaf. Now, I absolutely adore these. And basically, you've got to do the work with chewing. Everything's in there, like kind of, you know, you've got to kind of combine it. So I can see, looks like ginger or galangal, I'm not too sure. Peanuts, and then like a sugar mixture, and then chili on the side, and you just go down in one. So you chew and you combine all those flavors. So you got like a strong ginger, which is spicy, peanuts, lime zest. It's like a sweet palm sugar and coconut mixture, I believe. The actual beetle leaf, there's not a lot of flavor to it. Yeah, it's just a nice little carrier. And I guess the chili was quite spicy as well. Mix it up. That time I got a really strong lime kick. Lime kick, ginger, peanuts, sugar, and the coconutty sugar. So delicious. That there, if you can get it, it's absolutely delicious. So on the road to Prey, just stumbled across this local market, proper Thai market. I can't believe my luck in finding this place. This is some kind of rice paper, like they make in Vietnam, but they're just cooking it for such a short time. Doesn't seem like there's too much to it. Smells interesting. Some local boys are filming me as well. You're not the only one. So has just a salty vibe, and very salty, kind of interesting texture. Oh, look at that, like a kind of, not slimy, but like a Play-Doh texture. So interesting. It's really hard to describe. The flavor, just mainly salty, not much to it. Bizarre. Anyone know what this is? In the comments. So now we're going to play a game. Mystery thing in a banana leaf. Who knows what it could be? It's like unwrapping a present. Wow. So it looks like some kind of super mashed product. I can see little prawns in there, and I can see some chili, and who knows? Salty, lemongrassy. Must be pork, I think. So juicy. Look, it's dripping all down my hand. Look at that. That is divine. Look, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice. It's kind of fibrous. Makes sense if it's lemongrass, because that's what it tastes like. Rich, super salty, great present. Sometimes you just gotta unwrap and dive in. So today on the bike I made it as far as this town called Prey and hit up this local restaurant, and the food is just looking amazing. Now I had to use Google Translate because the menu looks like that, so Google Translate's definitely come in handy here. And I've got this pork curry, just says pork curry on the menu, and it's got like runner beans, it's got greens in there, of course pork, and then it's got this kind of watery gravy. Let's have a look at that. So you know, that for me, that tastes like jungle curry. I haven't had jungle curry in years, but it's got a distinct kind of pepper flavor. Strong pepper kick, a little bit herbal as well, and quite spicy. There's something in the greens, there's a herb that's going through there that I'm unfamiliar with. Gives it a distinct flavor. Have a look at this curry sauce. It's super thin. For me, like, it's not really curry at all, but it's this super thin soup. Really strong, subtle herbal, eggplant, pepper, so much greens in there as well. That is a gorgeous dish. Next up is Kwa Kai Muang, and I've not tried this before. Eggplant is the predominant feature here, with chicken, runner beans, plenty of herbs. So have a look. No idea about this one, but let's find out. The flavour profile is lemongrass, kaffir, garlic, shallots, chili, fish sauce and soy sauce. It's actually, if I describe it, it sounds the same as that, but they're definitely different. Really wonderful food, delicious. And to the glass noodle salad. This is Yam Wu Sen Muang, another dish I've never seen before. That's what it's all about, right? So I see ground pork, tomatoes, onions, herbs, ear fungus. Big hit of dried squid I can taste. There's pork in here as well. Have a look. There's a delicious seafood vibe in that. That's seafood and the pork. It's the predominant flavour coming through. Super delicious, lots of red onion in there as well. Various greens. Another really wonderful dish. Not too spicy. Next we have these two dips, Nam Prik Ong and Nam Prik Num. And then we've got the pork scratchings and various other things. Have a look. So this is the red dip. The Nam Prik Ong has chilies, garlic, shallots, fish sauce, lime juice, shrimp paste, palm sugar, and ground pork. And it's quite delicious. As much as I try to avoid these, they just keep coming to me. I'm going to try this green dip. Let's have a look at that. The Nam Prik Num, or green chili dip with eggplant, and it tastes different every time. A big sour on this one. Wow, super sour. It's that eggplant and that green chili dip. Really quite delicious. Everything good. I just rolled into the town of Nan and came straight to this restaurant, and it looks like it's pretty buzzing. I feel like these are Thai tourists, so I'm not sure how local a place this is, but looks pretty good anyway. We've got a couple of dishes. Got Khanom Jean. Now, if you watched my last episode in southern Thailand, Khanom Jean is quite big down there. Up here, they've got it too. A little bit different kind of sauces and stuff. So we'll have a look at that. I've gone for a fish, which has like a side dip. Actually, I know very little about this dish. And I've got some fried chicken wings as well. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the Khanom Jean. So just the rice noodle, and then it has this soup or sauce with pork blood and then pork pieces. And can you see how red this is? Now that's supposed to be from tomato, so it's a real tomato heavy dish. So there you see it. Let's try with the pork blood. It's my first ever try of northern Khanom Jean, and interestingly, it tastes spicy, but tastes like a tomato kind of stock, like tomato paste, or there's even a bit of Campbell's soup in that. So Andy Warhol, eat your heart out. Now on the side, you can add to that bean shoots and pickled veg. So I'll chuck some of that in. So I guess it's not too dissimilar from the southern style. Look at this chili on the side, nice thick chili. So I'll tap some of that in. And this place has the cutest fish sauce I've ever seen. So out of respect for that, I'm just gonna put a little bit in. So let's try now. That's definitely elevated this dish, made it a hell of a lot spicier. Now next we've got this, and you know what I'm thinking? You've got cashew nuts, red onion, you've got chili, lime zest, lemongrass, big chunks of ginger too, and then you've got these bits of fish, and then on the side, you've got this sweet sour onion vibey dish. I feel like this is like the beetle wrap. If it's not, it's something very similar. So you put it all there and then you just combine it in your mouth. This is very much like that dish I had from the street the other day. It's a case of combining a bit of everything and then letting your mouth do the work. So another delicious, delicious dish. And before I let you go, chicken wings. They've got these deep fried lime leaves. My goodness, that is crunchy. That is a good chicken wing. Crispy, golden, delicious, delicious chicken wing. Awesome, especially that. Alright, so I've found Hang Lei curry, which is a pork belly curry from northern Thailand. Once again, this does not look like the kind of curry I'm used to from Thailand, but this is heavily influenced from Burmese food, so a Myanmar curry, which I'm very familiar with. So lots of pork belly there. There's a masala mix, so you got Indian vibes coming across the border from Myanmar. A bunch of Southeast Asian aromatics as well, galangal, lemongrass. There's a whole clove of garlic there. This is looking absolutely divine. And it's looking very much like the Burmese curries that I used to eat in Girraween from Mum's house. All right, not my mum, by the way, that's the name of the restaurant. So let's try. That is rich and thick, it's oily, lots of onion in there, clearly lots of onion. It's so super delicious. And it's like, it's not spicy, but it's got that lovely curry kind of flavor. Must have been cooked for a long time. I'm gonna hit it with this whole clove of garlic. Look at that, and then you get the pork belly, you get the fat from the pork belly. We are right in a flight path here. AirAsia. Still haven't returned my money for the COVID flight. Right, so garlic, pork belly. That is a flavor sensation. And you know when you can see like the oil split at the top of the curry, you know that it's ready. That is a delicious, delicious dish. I could eat that every day and get fat. So at this morning market in Nan, and I've come across this from this delightful lady just behind me. It looks like a pork product and in its own gelatin, so it's made like a pate and then coriander on the top. So I have no idea about this, but let's try. How would I describe that? It's definitely got some curry mix going on in there. Yum. And yeah, it's got that kind of pate, that kind of jelly vibe. So it just seems like one of those bits of offcuts, bits of fat, bits of probably face and ear. Who knows what's going on in there? Different bits of leftover pork, I reckon. But really delicious flavor and just like the pork just shining through. I'm in the way. So really nice morning kind of pate. Good. Okay. Okay, can I get one? Yeah. So I've seen these around an awful lot at the markets lately, and so I thought I better get stuck in. This to me is zongzi, but the guy I spoke to him, he said it's bazang. Looks very similar to zongzi, as in glutinous rice. There's other things in here. There's some sausage, it looks like some fungus. There's some salted egg. Looks like a lotus seed as well in here. And then that glutinous rice. So I'm gonna just go in head first. Absolutely delicious. There's a stock going on in there in the rice, and there's a smoky flavor from, I guess, where it's been cooked in the banana leaf. Got this dried yolk here. Let's try that. I've hit some pork now as well. That is just glorious and delicious. I'm going to try this lotus seed. Tastes very much like zongzi from China, and it hints at how close we are to Yunnan. And so happy to see that they enjoy this bazan in northern Thailand too. Okay, so can I get one lab? Yeah. Yeah, eat here. So I'm here in Phai O by the big lake, and there's this amazing night market, and I've found some lab dib, which is northern style lab. That is raw beef, and it's got a bunch of herbs and spices in there. Mint leaves, coriander, green onion, ground rice, chili flakes, galangal, etc. So, lab dib, raw lab. That is super punchy. That is really strong flavor. I think there's some blood in there as well. Once again, their use of blood in this region to really emphasize those meaty flavors. There's this deep chili in there. Has like a tarte or carpaccio kind of vibe. And the herbs just kind of offset it a bit, make it a little bit lighter. Definitely not for the faint-hearted, this one, but I think it's just about getting your head around it. You know, I ate plenty of raw beef, but this one, it definitely feels like it's laced with blood. And you can see how dark and red it is. It has a pepper kick, so it's a strong pepper, chili, kind of freshness of the meat. Yeah, real interesting dish. I'm pretty sure this is the last lab that I've had on my list, because I've eaten the labs through Laos and the labs through Isan region, and also the cooked version here in the north of Thailand. And this is the final one, which is the raw version. So I think I've ticked all of the lab boxes. Pretty happy with that. Sawadee-ka. Can I get one of them? Yeah. Thank you. Cup. So in Chiang Rai, and I've gone for something a bit different. Now this Chek Si noodle joint I've seen all over northern Thailand. In fact, I've seen all over Thailand, and they just do a few different Chinese dishes. And what I've got here is some wontons with char siu in a broth, and I've got some zarb meat. So zarb just means kind of spicy, tangy. So I'm going to start here with wonton and char siu. Yes, I know, technically not really northern Thai, but sue me. So this to me is their fast food. Riding around northern Thailand, I've just seen it everywhere, at every stop, especially outside 7-Elevens, everywhere. So delicious wontons. Nice subtle broth, very easy to eat. And now this one I'm a little bit excited about. Look at this massive, massive chunk of meat. Now that was just sitting in the broth. It looks like it's just been sitting in there for hours and hours stewing away. And you'll see the meat just pulls away from the bone. Look at that. So really just delicious, simple meat, but I think this one is all about this stock. Ooh. Spicy, fiery, tangy. Wow, that's a real punch. Really delicious, lots of flavor there. Oh, and that meat is just breaking away. So yeah, I thought it would be remiss of me to not experience their local fast food on this journey. I've seen so many locals just hitting this place up, and I got curious. And it's good, it's delicious. Chinese style, simple, easy to eat, very cheap, delicious. On a chilly morning in Chiang Rai, I've gone for Busani khao soi. Now it's about time I had khao soi on this food adventure. And Busani, I think it just means combination because it's got a bit of everything. It's got beef, pork, it's got some balls, it's got some chicken, of course the crispy noodles, that delicate coconutty broth. And on the side, we've got onions, we've got lime, and we've got that pickled veg. So it's all going in, and this looks like an absolute feast. Now the history of khao soi is quite interesting because it actually originates from Muslim traders coming from Yunnan province, and they traveled down through Myanmar and probably left Unakasway, khao soi, makes sense, right? And then they went into Laos and then here to northern Thailand, and they brought their beloved dish with them. It's then evolved, as Unakasway has, to match the local flavors of the region. So you can see these yellow egg noodles, and it's got the crispy noodles on top. All right, let's do it. So instantly I'm hitting the flavor of that broth, and oh, so delicious. Really light coconut curry. By light, I mean not too thick. You can see that red oil on top. There's a lovely curry mix. And that curry mix, once again, it's not the kind of Thai flavors that you'd expect. It's more similar to like a Malaysian curry than a Thai curry, I would say. Right, we've got beef. Wow. Oh, yum. I'm guessing a pork meatball. Oh, yum. That pickled veg and onion. Oh, that delicious broth. What a nice hearty warming way to start the day. And then this big chicken drumstick. That's that classic khao soi with a chicken drumstick. Absolutely divine. So I'm a bit sad because today is the last day on the bike. I'm in Chiang Rai and I'm heading back to Chiang Mai, dropping off the bike, and then I fly out. But not before I savor this delicious bowl of noodles. Anyway. So I've made it all the way back to Chiang Mai to finish my great loop of northern Thailand and returned the bike in time for the sign-off. So here I am. Yeah, had a great time doing that route. Like, the roads were so good. The quality of Thai roads is amazing. Clean riding the whole way, and you know, mountain passes, beautiful sunny mountain passes, which were just an absolute pleasure. You know, soft shoulders, windy, just beautiful, beautiful riding. And all up into the mountains, up into Puchi Pha View, all the way up to the Lao border. That was amazing. Nan was really super cool. White Temple at Chiang Rai was just amazing. And also that jungle market, that was just incredible. So had some great times, ate amazing food. Ate well pretty much every single day. Like, there wasn't too much wrong with my diet, I gotta say. I absolutely loved it. So that's it back in Chiang Mai. And you know what, Chiang Mai, the city's become cool. I don't know when it happened, I haven't been here for a long time, but yeah, so definitely happy to be in Chiang Mai again, and I'm definitely gonna come back here because, yeah, like I said, it's become cool. When did that happen? All right. Tomorrow I fly to Bangkok, gonna hang out with a mate in Bangkok for a week, and then I'm gonna go make some content in Jakarta, where I'm popular. Yeah, that's it. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Oh. Where should I put it? In my pocket? You have a bin? Just underneath? Thank you so much.